Hi guys, it's me, Crazy Bear HD, and this is a bit of a weird video today. First of all, I'm showing my face, weird, but this is a video. I just want to talk about a few things. Sorry about the wind. I'm at the beach. Can't tell by the thousands of stones, but I've been wanting to do a video like this for a very long time. I've wanted to talk about this subject for about 3 years now, because it's been the one thing that's stopped me, the one thing that stopped me from doing things that I love, because nothing really feels like right anymore, and which is why I want to express it to you guys, so you can share it around, and you can make people aware, because I know people know, but I don't think anybody really knows the seriousness of depression. Not only is it something people have to live through, but maybe whoever sees it's probably going to be 5 of you, but maybe it's not just things that people have to live through, it's things that people have to live with. Like, there's no real getting through it, like not like completely. It's always going to be there. But back to the point, I'm making this video to talk about my story, and I'm 20 now, and I've had it since I was 15, so 5 years. And I just really want to talk about it, because it really affects me, and it really hurts. This video is probably not going to be cut very much, as I don't know how to edit on phones, but I guess we can just do it like this. But yeah, where do we start? So I'm 15. The year is 2015, even 2015, and I was currently in year 10, I believe. I don't know what that was in American terms, but in the UK, year 10, and it was around about this time, actually. It was in the middle of May, and throughout my school years, I'd never been shown any attention, or I'd never been that one kid who people knew and people liked or people laughed at, because I don't know if it's because of the way I look or what, but I was never that kid, and that was my dream from when I went to secondary school, that I could be one of those kids who everybody just liked. Everybody enjoyed being around and enjoyed listening to my jokes and stuff like that, but it never happened. And in year 10, I was getting into the vibe of things. I felt like I was getting somewhere. I felt like I was getting to a point where I felt like I was happy in life. And I posted a picture onto my Facebook, and on this post, a girl commented. I'm not going to say names in this video, but a girl commented on the video, and she put love heart eyes. And me being someone who always wanted a little bit of attention, had finally got it, and I really wanted to show how grateful I was. So I texted her saying, "Thank you for doing on my post," and she said, "Never mind." And after about 2 weeks, we ended up meeting up, and after talking for a long time, and we ended up getting in a relationship on the 30th of May. And on the 30th of May, everything was fine, everything was good. And then I went on holiday in 2016. I went to Egypt, Sharm el-Sheikh. While I was in Egypt, I had news that she had just cheated on me with a kid who I had always had a problem with. And that completely burnt me apart. And I remember when I found out, because it was like 10 o'clock in the evening in Egypt, I was sitting in the air-conditioned pool room where you could play pool, table soccer and table football and all that kind of stuff. And I remember I was sitting there and I broke down. And I'd never broken down like that before, because I generally felt like I was in love with this girl, like completely. I thought that everything was perfect between us. Clearly it wasn't. And I remember that night I went into the hotel room, because I was only 15, I couldn't have my own hotel room. So I went into the hotel room where my mum and my little brothers were sleeping. And I started crying again in my bed, and Mum was like, what's the matter? What's the matter? I went on the balcony and I explained to my mum everything, and she gave me a hug, and she told me that I should cut it there. I should just cut ends, but I didn't, because I loved this girl. I loved this girl to pieces, and I wanted to be with her because it was my first proper... She was my first kiss. And because she was my first kiss, I generally felt like I loved her to pieces. I did love her to pieces, and I stayed with her. And then a couple of weeks later, I come back from holiday, and everything's back to normal for like a month. And then it happens again, and she cheats on me with the same kid. And at this point, I didn't know what to do in my life. I didn't know whether or not I should stay. I didn't know whether or not I should go. I didn't know whether or not I should keep putting myself through that stress of not knowing what's going to happen if I stay with her. And I was confused. My brain was fucked up. I didn't know where I was. I didn't know what was going on. And at this point, I was making YouTube videos. One of my first YouTube videos was a gun game on Black Ops 3. You can see this video to this day. You can hear in my voice how I've changed, and you can hear how from my Minecraft building a house episode to that video, you can really hear that something is broken inside of me. And after everything, even after me staying with her after 2 times, she broke up with me and left me standing in the rain on my own with no clue what I was going to do. And after that, I went home and I tried just recovering. I tried being calm. And then later that year, my step-nan, I call her Nanny Barbara, my Nanny Barbara passed away from cancer. And now this woman, she was literally like my real nan. I mean, I've got a nan, but she was like a real nan to me. She was like my grandma, who I'd never had. Like, she was literally that one person I could talk to and make laugh and all this kind of stuff. And when she went, something else snapped inside of me. And at the end of that year, I went to a... Sorry, there's people behind me. I went to my chill spot, which was a roof. And I sat there and I contemplated committing suicide, because I didn't see a point in going on. Like, at this point I was thinking to myself, what's the point of even waking up if I'm just going to have to feel like this? Like, what's the point of waking up and feeling as though there's nothing I can do to get better, to improve myself, to make myself become the person I used to be? I couldn't do that. But then I ended up going to music. And I remember I was sitting on the roof contemplating, And a band who I had listened to before, but I didn't really listen to like regularly, came on my headphones, and that band is Lawson, and their songs were the things that got me down off that roof. They're the things that got me through it all, and they're the things that helped me to improve myself for the better. And they're the things that helped me get through that period of my life. And after that, someone's sitting right there. After that, I ended up going to... I'm going to kick off. I need to stay calm. I ended up talking to things. I tried medication. I tried talking to counsellors and stuff like that, but it didn't work. It didn't work for me. I still had that gut feeling in my stomach where I didn't see the point in waking up in the morning. I didn't want to wake up in the morning. I had no reason to wake up in the morning. But then I ended up talking to... It's going to sound silly, but I ended up talking to my cat. And my cat Forrest was literally my rock through everything. Whenever I'd be upset in my bed, he would be meowing outside my door, and he'd want to come in, and he would spend the night with me. He would literally curl up under the duvet with me and put his paw across, and I would talk to him, and it would make me feel better. But then later, well, this is like 2017 now, and 2017 wasn't a bad year for me. But I still had that worry that all these thoughts would be coming back to me. But then 2018 came along, and I started noticing Forrest was limping a lot. Forrest was not able to like jump up on the bed anymore. He wasn't able to do anything. He could go out for a wee, come in, and then he'd forget what he went out for, so he'd go out for another wee. He'd have a cycle like that. And at the start of May, I spoke to my mum, and I was like, Mum, I don't like seeing him like this, because he saw me in my lowest part, and I didn't want to see him like that, because I know how stressful it was, and I know how bad it was for me, and I didn't want to see him going through the same pain. Well, not the same pain, but pain. And then on the 30th of May, I put him down, and that was one of the hardest days of my life, because when I put him down, I was there with him. I was the only person in the family who wanted to be there, because he was there for me. And I remember we put him down on the table. He was terrified. He was meowing, and I spoke to him, and he calmed down. He started purring, and the vet shaved his hair off his leg, or wherever he did it, I can't remember. And I was looking at him in his eyes, and I wasn't crying, I wasn't upset, I was just calm. And I remember when the injection went in and it went into his system, he just passed away straight away. And I saw quite literally the light in his eyes go. I quite literally saw the light in his eyes just disappear. And it was like, it was one of the saddest things I think I've ever had to do. And in this, I wasn't uploading. I hadn't been uploading for like a couple months, because It just hurt so much. It hurt. It hurt more than anything that ever hurt before, and it pushed me over the edge again, and I was scared. I was scared that it would make me do it. I couldn't help but feel like I'd lost a part of me. Because he was my best friend. And then a couple of weeks later, my Auntie Jean passed away. She had a stroke. And at this point, I was with a girl, and we had a dog together. We had a German Shepherd. And her name was Raven. At this point, I would talk. No, it wasn't. This was before. But whenever I had a problem with Forest, I would talk to Raven. But then, when Auntie Jean passed away, everything went downhill. Like, nothing was helping me anymore. I was scared. I wanted to be someone, but I couldn't be anybody because I couldn't be anyone because I just felt as if I tried anymore, something would just come along and break me down. And I felt like that for the past 2 years. But then I met somebody else, and they took me into their house. I'd split up with my ex at this point, and they took me into their house, and they looked after me, and they still do. They still look after me. I still live with them because I felt like if I lived at my mum's house anymore, I don't think that I'd be able to recover from anything, because I'd always have that thought that Forrest would come in and he wouldn't, and I'd see my Auntie Jean, but I couldn't. And then 2019 started. And 2019 started as a good year. But then, as the year went on, I found out my granddad was ill. I found out my granddad was ill, and they didn't know if he'd recover. And I found this out on the 30th of May. Sorry. I found it out on the 30th of May, the same day that I got with the girl who started it all. I got my fucking cat put down. It's just... Oh, we found that out on the 30th of May. And then... it got into June. And I think it was June 13th. My granddad passed away. And it was literally the single hardest thing, because I grew up with that man. I used to go around his house all the time. I used He used to make me French toast, and I never used to like it, so I used to frisbee it across the park. And when he died, I wish I never did that. I wish I'd never ever done that. Because I felt like it's just something I did that was fucking stupid. And when he passed, my older brother and I, the only thing we had left were the memories. And, and I couldn't do it anymore. And at this point, I wanted to kill myself. It scares me because I don't want to feel that way. Because I don't want to put my mum, my dad, and my 3 brothers through that. I don't want to have to do that. I don't want to have to be there. And I don't want to have to picture them at my funeral. And it's proper slowed me down. It's proper made me not want to record videos. It's made me not want to do live streams, but I tried. I've tried recently so much to try and do live streams because I want to. I want to have a community where I can talk to people because I feel that that's what I need. Because I love every single person who likes my videos and comments my videos, because there are people who do that. But then recently I've been thinking, because I've got plans. I'm supposed to be moving away to Cornwall on the 30th of May this year. I just oh, fuck my foot. And like, I'm just scared because when I'm alone, I feel dead. I don't see the point anymore. I don't feel like I could make it through any more days. I just feel so alone. And I know I have people there. I know I have people who message me and ask if I'm okay, but I can't live through it anymore. I can't live with the thought of waking up every morning, going to work and just not having a purpose. Not being able to help people or talk to people. When I think of that, when I think of all those things of not being able to do it and just having to wake up and work, I don't feel like I can make it through the day. But when I think about not being here, it doesn't faze me anymore. And that's where we are today. That's where we are. If there is anybody out there who sees this video and can relate and can just know you've got to be strong. I try and be strong. Don't get me wrong. I try and be strong every day. I try and I try and find ways to get through every day with a smile. I try my hardest at work. I try my hardest at home. I try my hardest to record videos and edit videos. I do live streams, but they're usually boring. But if there is anybody out there who can relate to what I'm saying, please leave your story in the comments. And if you can relate to anything I'm saying, and you feel like this video could help anybody, please share it to everybody. I only want to just get rid of this whole thing, because it's killing people. And I can't live with that anymore. I can't live with the thought that what I'm going through is also with other people, because I hate it. I hate the feeling for myself. I hate everything. I hate, not everything, but I hate waking up feeling that way, and I don't want anybody else to feel that way. So if you can share it to anybody and let them know that they're going to be a friend, like message your family and friends, tell them you love them, and let them know that you're okay, and make sure that they're okay, because the only way we can get through this is with together. Because when I'm with people, I'm okay. I forget almost everything. I've still got that tick in my mind, but that's normal. But yeah, thank you for sitting here watching me sob for 26 minutes. Yeah. Thank you.